The IELTS speaking module second section takes 3 to 4 minutes. It checks your ability to speak fluently on a given topic. After receiving a task card with a topic and bullet points, you have 1 minute to prepare and then speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Topics can be based on a wide variety, and your speech is evaluated on 4 parameters: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. Tip: make notes and try to speak for 2 minutes. Practice with the latest sample question. Please start preparing your answer. Please start speaking.
So, there's this guy, Mark, who I work with, and he's from Canada. You'd honestly never believe it though because he speaks Spanish so well. It's kind of crazy. He first came to Spain, I think, about 6 years ago for a job project, and back then, his Spanish was pretty basic. But instead of just sticking to English, like a lot of people do, he really dove into learning the language. He went to classes, practiced every day with locals, and even watched Spanish movies and TV shows to get the hang of it. I think his approach to learning was pretty cool. He wasn't afraid to make mistakes and kept going, which is probably why he's now so good. I also know he did a bunch of traveling in Latin America, which probably helped a lot too. It's funny because now he doesn't just speak Spanish, he actually understands all the different accents and slang from other Spanish-speaking countries. What's really amazing is that he's super natural when he speaks, and he sounds nothing like a foreigner. It's not just formal, textbook Spanish, you know. He gets the jokes, the idioms, and even the slang, which is rare for non-native speakers. The coolest part is how easygoing he is about the whole thing. He doesn't show off, but when we're in a meeting or just chatting, his Spanish is flawless. It's almost like he's been speaking it his whole life. I've gotta admit, I feel really proud whenever I hear him. It's one thing to learn a language, but to really get the culture and sound like a local, that's something else. I always tell him he should teach others because his method of learning is definitely working. Honestly, seeing Mark master Spanish like that has made me appreciate my own language even more. It's kinda inspiring, and I feel lucky to know him and see how far he's got.
Please start speaking.
I know this guy named Tom, who's from the US. I first met him through a friend a couple of years ago, and what's surprising is that he speaks my native language, Hindi, really well. I remember when we first hung out, I was kind of shocked because it's not common to meet foreigners who can speak Hindi so fluently. He told me he started learning it when he came to India for a project about 5 years ago. He was really interested in getting to know the culture, so he took it upon himself to learn the language properly. At first, he struggled a lot with pronunciation, and I remember him messing up words and making everyone laugh. But he didn't let that stop him. He took classes, watched Hindi movies, and tried to talk to people in Hindi every chance he got. Now, he can speak it almost as well as a local. He knows all the slang and uses expressions that even some native speakers might not know. It's pretty cool. The reason he got so good at it is because he never gave up. He's always practicing, and he genuinely enjoys speaking this language. Plus, I think being around so many native speakers helped him a lot. He's always asking questions about words he doesn't know and trying to improve. Honestly, I feel very impressed every time we talk in Hindi. It's not an easy language to learn, especially for someone who didn't grow up with it. I'm proud of him for sticking with it, and it's nice to have conversations with him in my own language. It makes me feel like he's really connected with our culture, and I think that's awesome.